right, so let's start this off. Introduce yourself, and then your family, and we'll go from there.
Okay. My name is Leah, and my husband's name is Edwin, and we have 2 kids, Lucas James and Anna Margaret, and we live and serve full-time here at Casa De Fuego in Guatemala.
Yes. What was the desire and passion behind starting Casa De Fuego?
Yeah, so Casa De Fuego has actually been here 7-8 years maybe, but I am in the organization that we're missionaries with. They bought the house and did a massive remodel of the house in January of last year, 2024. Mm-hmm. So the house was named Casa De Fuego because of Volcan de Fuego. Fuego. I mean, most people who have limited Spanish know that fuego means fire.
Yes.
But so that was why the house was originally named that. And then when we purchased the house and moved in and remodeled, we wanted to just take it to a different level and not only it be the fuego of the fire volcano, but the fire of the Holy Spirit just working in each and every group, each and every person who comes here. So we're a team house and a training center. So during team seasons, we have groups of missionaries who come for 1 week, 2 weeks, and they serve in a variety of different ministries, and then this is like their home base. So we're a hospitality ministry, and that was our desire, just to be able to give people a home to where they can come, they can recharge their batteries, have a comfy, cozy place to sleep, and then go back out and serve again the next day. And then, of course, when we don't have teams, it's training local missionaries, local pastors, being able to pour into the local community here also, and to contribute to that fire for Christ, and all of those things.
What does a week with a team look like, and what does a week without a team look like?
Okay, cool. Nice question.
Thank you. I thought 2 seconds about it.
These questions were not planned. So
yeah. We decided 30 minutes ago.
So yes, a week with a team. We have different kinds of teams. There are some teams that are purely hospitality. So they come with a different ministry, a different organization, and we are purely just offering them a home and meals. And so that's a little bit different. So we're here with the teams early in the mornings when they get up to eat breakfast, just trying to pour into them and the opportunities that we have. And then they go out and they do what they do during the day, and then we don't see them again until they come back. And then there are other teams that we get to be, who are like our own Casa De Fuego teams, who we get to be a little bit more involved in, like coordinating where they're serving, what they're doing, and we get to go out with them some and get to be more involved in the house as well as outside of the house. So it really just depends on the team and what their needs are. But a week with a team is either that, it's a hospitality team, or with them in the mornings and at night, and during the day we're just trying to leave those things ready. And then if it's a team that we're serving with, we're all in all day long. Without a team, it differs. Sometimes we have trainings that we're able to do, and so we'll have like a day, or 3 days where we'll have, for example, leadership training. And so then for that, we'll have invited local missionaries, local pastors. I don't know if you know this about IMN, that more than half of IMN's missionaries are native Guatemalans. Yeah. And so being able to pour into that community as well, our missionary, I'm American, of course, my husband is Guatemalan, but our missionaries are not all North Americans who have moved to another country, but they are also Guatemalans who are serving here in their home country or also going to other parts of the world too. And so being able to support that community, we'll have things like trainings, we'll have things like workshops. Also, there are some like local churches and things who will open up for them to have Bible studies if they need, youth groups. We also have a lot of youth camps who've started coming, like youth retreats where like churches will come and they'll bring their like 15, 20 young people, and they'll come and spend a couple nights here and some of those kinds of things.
So let's jump back to the leadership program and training. What does that look like?
It just depends on what kind of people who we have who want to come serve. We have like different teachers who have volunteered to come and serve with us in that capacity. So there is a missionary he is from Mexico, but he lives in the United States, and so he 2 years in a row now has taken a week out of his time to come down and stay here at we just put it out there to the community. We put it out to local churches, to our missionary community, to the ministry community, and we're like, hey, this is what's happening. Please, like, come learn. And so it really depends on who wants to come in and teach, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? We don't. Part of the hospitality things that we do is, that the money that we make from hosting teams. The idea is that would be then poured into the trainings and things. So, like, for example, when we have a training, it's free of charge. If we have people who are coming from other parts of Guatemala who maybe traveled in bus or whatever to get here, we offer them free lodging, free meals, to be able to take part in that training too.
So let's jump back to the meals. I feel like every time I've come here, you have like a freshly cooked meal. What meals do you like making? Is there like some meals that you guys like, okay, this is a staple for us, or talk about the food? We all love it.
Yes, I love food.
Yes.
We have a wonderful kitchen staff who they do a really good job of making a lot of like typical Guatemalan dishes that you would want to try.
Yeah.
You're in another. Sorry. They do a really good job of making a mixture of like typical Guatemalan dishes, things that like we're like, you have to try this. One thing is hilachas. Have you had hilachas?
I'm not sure.
So hilachas is like roast beef that's like shredded in like a tomato sauce.
I think I have had it then.
Okay.
Yeah. It's good.
So hilachas, pipián, all of that like typical, but then also mixing some comfort food in as well. Like trying to have a good balance of like, we'll have spaghetti and meatballs one night and then have hilachas the next night. Trying to keep it a really good
like a culture show.
Yeah, and also to have like some home food too. I'm from Tennessee.
Okay.
So I always make sweet tea. I'm like, Guatemala, you don't ever get sweet tea. So it's like, those little things. Trying to have a balance of like a lot of things. Choco bananos, which are always a big hit. But yeah, we always try to do like a mixture of comfort food and then also Guatemalan food. But yes, we have a wonderful staff of ladies. We work together to create the menus, but then they do a wonderful job of making sure all the vegetables are disinfected and like keeping everything super clean.
It's a huge thing here. Yeah.
Yes. So yeah, that's what we kind of try to do is keep a good balance. Most teams will eat breakfast with us, dinner with us, and then a lot of times they'll take sack lunches to go.
Yeah.
Or if they're serving somewhere local nearby, they'll go and serve, come here and eat lunch, go back out and serve again, which is super fun. And you get screwed too.
So what's your favorite part of Casa De Fuego?
My favorite part. I would say that it's seeing that like new, fresh, like fire to serve. When I came to Guatemala on my very first mission trip, I think I shared with you, I'd never been on an airplane. It was all completely new to me. And God used that one trip to like completely change the trajectory of my entire life. And that's how I ended up, God used that trip to eventually call me to live here full time. But so seeing that, we have a lot of young people, like college age, youth who come in through with teams. And so seeing that like beginning seeds and those beginning stages of like experiencing missions for the first time.
Yeah.
And them, even having those conversations after dinner where they're like, praying about what's next for them or what college are they going to go to and what are they going to study. And so it's kind of been a full circle moment for me just because I was blessed so much. I lived with a couple. They were missionaries here when I came on a team for the very first time, and then also when I moved here, they hosted me. And so I was blessed by that hospitality of that, like having having a home and having people who loved me and who were there for me while I was still like praying about like, okay, God, what do you have for me, And so being able to be that for somebody else, I think is my favorite part. Seeing that like fresh fire, excitement to serve them.
Yeah. And can you talk about the Guatemalan culture? Because something that I've noticed is that they're very hospitable.
Mm-hmm.
Can you speak on that?
Yeah, I would say definitely the Guatemalan culture, I think, is very warm, is very welcoming, open. I think that there's a lot of value in that. Like most families will sit down and eat together. One thing that I love about being here that is like after church. Church is over, and like we will stay for like an hour. Everybody does. It's not even just like certain people. It's like the whole congregation. Everybody just stays and talks to each other.
Yeah.
And so that like closeness, that warmth of like wanting to be together. I feel like a lot of times in the United States, it's very common. Everybody kind of has their like, you know, their and it's not necessarily a bad thing, but everybody has their thing. You know, like I go to work, and then after I go to work, I go to this, and then so your paths don't often cross with other people. It's just like I'm on this path, and I do this, and I do this, and I do this, and I come home, and then. But to see how everybody is so intertwined, if that makes sense.
No, it definitely does.
You know, like I'm sure you've experienced it. Like you'll go here and you meet somebody, and then you go to serve in ministry, and that same person is there, and they're here, and so how everybody is intertwined. Yeah, this has been a really cool opportunity because you know we've been in this house since a year and a half ago, and my husband and I, like, we're still learning every day, but we love it, and we love to have people come and serve with us, and we love for people to get to be a part of it and to experience it. So thank you for the opportunity to just share. And then I think that Jasmine will link the link, I guess, to our website or Facebook.
And if you would like to support them and learn more about their ministry, all of that will be in the bio for you to find.
But so this is we love it. It's a lot of fun.
Well, thank you so much. This was so much fun. And thank you for having me here.
Thank you.
Yes.
This has been a nice little impromptu interview.
Yes. All right. Bye, guys.
Cheese chocolate.